today we're going to step through the Focus Jam2 6.9. So the Jam2 is their 150mm dual suspension range. So ups, downs, trail, rail trail, it's a bit of everything, but with 150mm and 29er tyres, it's going to handle pretty much everything in Queensland. It's a really good sort of all-mountain, all-rounder, and the 6.9 is the top of the range in the Jam2 lineup. So there's actually three. You've got your 6.7, your 6.8 and your 6.9, and your 6.9 has just come out this year. So let's step through the bike from front to rear, and I'm also going to just explain what the differences are between the other two models as well. I think it's a fantastic lineup of bikes. It's phenomenal value for a 150mm dual suspension bike, particularly one that's made in Germany and with all the fantastic componentry that's on it. And this really has got some beautiful kit on it as well, this 6.9. All the Jam2s run on a 29-inch platform. What's really cool about them though is they have a flip chip. And what that means is you can swap it out to a 27.5-inch if you want to sort of change things up a bit, or you want to run a drifter style with 29 and a 27.5. So this particular wheel set is DT Swiss. Top of the range wheel set, really strong. So this is going to favour riders who really like to sort of really attack their trails and are doing the rougher and more technical riding, the bigger riding. You've got Magic Mary tyres on it, which are very grippy and excellent tyre. You've got plenty of tread here, so if you do like to carve those corners, you're going to have a lot of fun with this, particularly with the Gen 4 motor. It has the beautiful Fox 36 rhythm forks, so 150mm, very tunable, very responsive. So a beautiful fork and lovely to have it on this bike. If you look at the full drivetrain, it's running on Dior XT 12-speed gears. It's full Dior XT through the whole drivetrain, and it's also running on Dior XT brakes. So great performance, quick, crisp shifting, beautiful braking. So if you are going to be pushing the limits a little bit, this is a bike that's going to let you do that. So the big difference between this and from a gearing perspective is they actually all run on 12-speed gears, which is great. Relatively new actually, having the ability to have 12-speed gearing, which works really well with the Gen 4 CX for this style of riding. Your 6.9 is full Dior XT all the way through. Your 6.8 is Dior XT with an SLX derailleur, and your 6.7 is SLX. The difference between this and the 6.8 and the 6.7 is the 6.7 has Fox 34, still a very nice suspension, and your 6.7 has a very nice RockShox front fork and also RockShox rear. So just on the rear suspension, with your 6.9 and your 6.8, you've both got the Fox Float DPS. So this is an adjustable suspension. You've got three settings depending on how hard or how soft you want that rear. You set it just quickly with the flip of a switch depending on what you're riding at the time, but 150mm in your rear as well. So a 625 watt-hour battery, beautifully integrated into the frame here. It's removable if you want and easily charged at the top there if you don't want to remove it. All bikes in the Jam2 range have the 625 watt-hour battery, so great range if you are going out for a bit of a longer ride, or if you're the sort of rider who likes to ride in those high power levels. So now if we move back down through the bike, this is a Kindshock seat post. All three models in the Jam2 range have them. Like most dropper seat posts, you've just got an easy lever here to raise and lower your seat as you're riding along. And the flip chip here. This allows you to change out your wheel set if you want to go to a smaller wheel and change up your riding a little bit. So a beautiful model. It's a very versatile model. It's a sort of bike that if you love your mountain biking and you want to progress your mountain biking into that more difficult terrain, so the steeper ups, the bigger drops, the bigger air, it's a great option. You've got a choice of three very good models within the Jam2 range. And this one, if you really do want the top and all some beautiful componentry, this is the 6.9. If you would like to try one, please give us a call, visit our Contact Us page for our details, and we'd be very happy to help you.